Howdy, howdy, and welcome everybody to the Minecraftian Server Play Season 1, Episode 9. Now, I just uploaded Episode 8 yesterday. Episode 8 actually was recorded about a week and a half ago, but I didn't get a chance to upload it because I've been sick. I apologize for my voice today. Just starting to get over it. I've had the flu, so it's kind of ran through the house and stuff, and it's the type A, which is the flu comes in A, B, C, and D, and type A is the worst for virulence and for symptoms. So you have worse symptoms, whereas if it was type D, you wouldn't really, you may not even feel symptoms, just, you know, runny nose, maybe a light fever, stuff like that. So yeah, it's been going through now. Also with the flu, once you get it, you don't get the same type of flu again. So we've had a couple different strains passing through the house because I got it twice. But today I figured we would start working on, well, not really start working. I want to get started on advanced rocketry. And for that, we kind of need a site to begin working on that. You might see this Adair, and I ended up killing the end dragon off camera. It was just kind of a spur of the moment thing when I was sick, and I ended up not recording it. I wish that I did, but I didn't get that on tape. And then a lot's been happening here. You can see this has been expanded a little bit. I really haven't been playing much because I haven't been feeling good, but Adair's been plugging away. He's got the Woot setups down below. He's got an end dragon in it, and it's not really set up and running much yet. You have to manually still make the crystals for it to summon it, and these things right here, and it takes, I think, 16 per operation right now to summon it. So it's not really set up completely automated yet, but will eventually be, and I'll show that once we actually get started more with automating Woot. We got more we got the cows going and set up to where they're auto feeding into the system now, so that's a good thing. Basically, I'll show you how I'm just using ender chests coming out of the casting basins. So if you look here, you can see, you can also see some leaves. We now have a 2 quantum quarries set up and stuff, and a little bit of a start with draconic evolution, but we're not going to go too fast. You can see in here we have some recipes set up. Let's see if we have enough to craft 3 more of these. Yes, we do. Start, and that'll start crafting away for us. Grab some advanced alloy and put that back in the system. Again, this is just temporary. We haven't really got this set up. This is very inefficient. So we will be changing it. This one's set sort by number. You can see we have almost 2 million cobblestone. We have 1 million smooth stone. Those are from the quantum quarries. And right now this is set up just to dump the cobblestone. That was 2 million. So we're slowly depleting it. Eventually we'll have like level emitters, or maybe format the drives to accept specific types. But right now I think we're doing pretty good. We're doing the 1024K storage drives right now. But with this we can actually do the larger drives. I think there's actually a I think it's extra cells, if I could type. Yeah, there's a 16384K, holds 16 million items. So we're working on these for when we upgrade our permanent system. So we should be able to just take in the cobblestone without much of an issue. So go down and I'll just show you guys the farms real quick. This is still working away for us. This is our automated chip production thing. I have had issues, as I predicted, with this crate getting full of certain resources and not letting others through. Particularly right now it's the Certus quartz, but it was the silicon before. So you just we kind of got to manually watch it. I could fix that. I have a workaround for it, but it's not really that important right now. This is our Certus Quartz farm that we set up last episode, which goes back into the system as pure Certus Quartz. This is actually a draconium thing. There's cruxes underneath there, the draconic cruxes, and I can show you this. This is from the Certus Quartz farm, but these are the cruxes, awakened cruxes, and it farms draconium for us, awakened draconium, sorry, but it's only nuggets for the essences, so it's not a big thing. It's a slow process, but we figure that as it trickles in when we're not using it, when we do go to use it, it'll be a big thing for us. So, and awakened draconium, even a little bit's a big thing, so it helps with fusion. For power, we do have set up some sorry about that. We do have set up some generators finally. Again, we're going to set more up, but I'll show them to you on camera. We experimented with a few different things. We tried steam because we have some steam cows, but it's just not working. Steam power is generated off the volume of flow, and we go through it pretty quick. So the steam generator is not working good. I apologize for the cow sounds. We're using refined fuel, and we have, as you can see right now, there's no buffer left. That's partly because the Woot farm is actually running and drawing power, even though there's nothing being processed. And Adair's been making these cryo-stabilized flux ducts and doing a pretty good job at it. And as you can see, we have a whole bunch of these energy cells set up at 50 million for the resonant level. I think he figured this at 2 billion power storage, and you can see it's in on one side, out on the other, so that it can just keep going and being a true battery array. So this really isn't necessary, but hey, because we could have it in at one end and go all the way and just keep draining from each. But we didn't want, the maximum transfer rate is 25,000 RF, so this rate, each one can actually still output and input the 25,000 without much of a problem. And you can see it's really going in and out as fast, or going out as fast as it's coming in. This still isn't set up yet. Again, I really have not been playing much. Adair's been playing a lot, but I just have not been feeling good. And go down here, and this is his Woot farm he has set up. You can see these right now, even though they have no nothing set up, you can see that they're all using power. I should put levers on them. Adair's the Woot guy. I'm really not familiar with it. I don't know if we put a lever on it, if we can stop it from using the power. But I do know that if we just remove these, that we can stop them from consuming. See, it needs one more to produce. He's taken the hearts, the eggs out. You can see the draconium dust is still in there. So this really doesn't need to be running either. So I'll take these and put these in the chest over here so that he can hook them up when they're ready to be hooked up. I think these are his controllers: a blizz, skeleton, witch, zombie, squid, creeper, sheep, cow, basols. Not sure what a basols is actually, and a blaze. And then he's working on all of the upgrades and stuff. So in theory, eventually we'll have like one for gas tiers and wither skeletons, which will spawn the skulls needed for the nether stars, so that we can automate the crystal production for the end dragon here. You can see that was using 1 million per operation and just kept going, and these are the drops you get out of it. So we will automate that eventually in production of that. These are the quantum quarries set to silk touch, so they're just kind of going away, just 2 of them right now, but even they're using quite a bit of power still. This right here, uh, already the Wyvern in part awakened tier, the fusion crafting table set up again. There's a main trunk of these cryo-stabilized flux ducts going all the way back here and underneath here, and then they tie into, where is it? I think here. Yeah, you can see it loops all the way around, so there's actually quite a few of them. If I can remember what I did with my wand. Okay, there we go. So, he's been working away at that. I have not continued working on the aqueduct lately, because I haven't been playing. So, let's see. I think that pretty much brings us up to speed here. I do have some plans here. Well, I want to get into some Botania and see if maybe the about generating mana on the exterior here and have them kind of shoot from garden to garden and area to area. It looks like some lightning's been hitting our trees or something. I need to fix those all through here. So I was thinking maybe we could automate mana generation if like the Gormalaeuses could maybe eat from the trees. I'm not sure, still haven't tested that. If not, we could set up some type of other system that would just feed into the trees, or feed into a mana thing here, maybe some endo flames, and just drop some wood or something on them to produce mana here, kind of hide it, and then the mana would shoot burst into there and then up to there, so it would kind of be ringed in mana burst. And then I want to make more fairies for each one of those areas, so you see fairies flying around, you'll see the mana burst flying. I think that would look really good. But back to the purpose of today's episode, I wanted to find a spot for advanced rocketry, either a Cape Canaveral type system, maybe along the coast, or somewhere fairly flat, or a sea launch type system for the Odyssey launch rig, and just make like a rig out in the ocean, like maybe here or something, far enough away from our base to where it doesn't clash with the Greco-Roman style build. Kind of hard to do a spaceport in Greco-Roman style, but we'll do our best. So I'm thinking, I'm kind of favoring the platform right now for the sea launch platform. Make it close enough to the base, although we could still do teleporters to go back and forth, and then we'll make a bigger base once we actually get to space and can make a space station. So I think I have, yeah, Basel in this one. So I think we'll go ahead and do the platform idea and go from there. Move you there, and we'll maybe do away with some of this dirt and clay and level it off. Have my Supremium armor on, so that's good. And it gives us water breathing, so we don't have to worry about building in the water. So let's see. The sea launch platform is kind of like an oil rig, so it's stabilized by its pillars coming out. So kind of want to round these. Go there. Now I hate building hollow, so we probably will fill these in once I get the shapes done, or leave them for running cables through and stuff like that. And these should be, I think sea launch is kind of black for its support legs up to a certain point, and then it's got generally goes to wider gray. So we will change some of the colors for these. Change them out, just make them look better. Just using basalt because we have a lot of it. Could use the flat colored blocks, so I'll do one of these in basalt. We'll see how it looks, and then I'll do one in the the flat colored blocks and see how that looks. So actually, you know what I should be doing here? Get my formation wand and put that there for now. Is that how I did it? Yep, perfect. Excellent. Makes building much quicker. Use the tools you have. Work smarter, not harder. There we go. And I'd like to thank you guys for the support lately in the videos. When people noticed there was a big delay in the videos, they were encouraging me not to quit doing the videos and everything. And I have no intention of quitting the videos. It's just that I was sick and I was playing some Conan, like you guys saw in my video, episode 8, sorry. Was just playing Conan with my wife and stuff, so that distracted me for about a week, and then I've been sick for a couple weeks, so that's why there's been a lack of videos and content lately, and I apologize for that. Once I get to feeling 100%, I'll go back to trying to do 2 if not 3 videos on the weekend so that we can get the content out to you guys. No, I still have some. Okay. And we'll also get working on some technology more and finishing up the or setting up properly the applied energistics server room. Kind of want to do a good server setup for that, like an actual server room. So let's see here. That's not the roundest, but if we stick with this, what I'll probably do is as we come up, I'll probably do not the carpenter's blocks, but the blocks, the wedges that let you go across for above the water. It really won't look right in the water because I believe the water will still be gone in a square, but we'll take a look. If not, then we'll go ahead and do those all the way around to make it look like a true pillar. That really doesn't look too bad. Kind of looks a little bit like concrete instead of metal, though. So let's take a look here. And let's get some of you. Put you back. Put you back. Let's get some ink. Okay. And get my color wheel out. Take you back out. And put you up. Okay. Looks like we need one more ink sac. And if you remember from previous videos, Adair has a woot for squid, a squid controller, so he can set back up the squids, and we can just start bringing in the black or the ink sacs for the black. So okay, let's see, we want that and that. Now I haven't really scaled off how big I want this yet, but I'm thinking it's going to be a launch platform and kind of a building facility, so we want it to be decently sized, kind of more of a square than a rectangle, I would say. I should have marked where I was building that. I mean, I know it's out here and I should be able to see it, but so I think more of a square than a rectangle, multiple levels. I do want to get involved or get into computer craft as well, so we'll probably do that for like the interior, and maybe this could be like our computer craft control area. So let me see, we could do that there. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I want to use this block. This is a much nicer block. A little bit more expensive, but that's okay. And we'll probably leave that hollow when we build with this for sure. because it's just going to use too many resources otherwise. And we'll get you back, and you back. And I've delinked this. It doesn't go anywhere. Got tired of going back for my components. Yeah, that's not bad. That kind of looks like a little bit of a weathered look under the water, and then we get back to the metal, so that's actually pretty good. Actually, what we can do under here is we can hide aqueous accumulators, have water, getting water and stuff, and then they can just pipe on up. We could even actually put some, well, maybe not cows here because we got cows in the base, but we could have it look like the oil's coming up from here. Well, it's a launch platform. We'll see. We'll be able to come up with stuff. Definitely, I like the idea of water and maybe refined fuel coming up, like these are storage containers, or we'll make some fuel storage containers. That would actually be a good idea. Let's go ahead and say launch platform. And this will keep Adair happy that we're working on this because he's been really wanting to get into advanced rocketry. So this will be good for him too. And let's see, let's go ahead and make it maybe purple. A little bit harder to see, but yeah, we'll kind of do a cyan color. Perfect. And let's see, how big do I want to make this? I'm thinking maybe 64 blocks apart roughly. So, oops, didn't want to do that. This is what I wanted. That's okay, that's not bad. So we'll do 64 blocks apart from the edge, roughly. And it really helps having water breathing. 56. Oops, lost it. 60. 65.9 right there. So I think 64 is going to be right there. Well, that's 64, and yeah. So I think this will be the start of our next platform, and we want to use the basalt coming up and not this, and then we'll transition to this from the basalt. So we'll put you here. I wonder if I can, I don't think I can chisel those, but we can always see. Okay, so you're from that end directly across, so you want to be 2, and we'll go ahead and get you. And we'll say we'll put you away and get you and put you there. Okay. So that's the 3, and then 2, and then 3, and then 2, and then 3. Should just switched out my shovel, it would have been faster. And then 2, okay. And then that will be the 3, and then the 2, perfect. And then back to my formation wand. That poor spider, he just has no luck at all. Perfect, perfect. 1 too high, actually. And there we go. And we'll go ahead and leave this one hollow instead of filling it in. It'll save some basalt. we don't have a plethora of basalt, but we have a decent amount, several thousand, so we have enough for the support pillars. However, with all the cobblestone we have, I think we're going to go ahead and do the flat colored blocks for that. Okay, and then give us this, and we'll go ahead and do you there. And we'll do a few levels of this. I'm thinking if it's like an oil rig, you know, you get swells and stuff from the ocean and waves. So it should be several blocks up in the air. Maybe about 8 blocks up to the bottom level or so. I think would be nice, and then it'll be multi-stores, of course. So 3, maybe 5. Yeah, maybe 5 would look better. We'll have to see. And we can put some more of these in. Using this block kind of reminds me of a lot of StarMade. Adair and I played StarMade together on our own server, and it was actually a lot of fun. I've been thinking about starting to play some StarMade again too. Other than it's always funner to play with more people, and I just can't get a lot of the other people interested in StarMade. They want to play like Space Engineers with a little bit higher graphics, which is, I mean, it's a good game, but I prefer StarMade. I think StarMade's a better game personally than Space Engineers, but hey, that's just me. Okay. I think this might be a good height. We'll have to see. And there we go. And sorry for building on camera. This is just something that was really wanting to get done. I don't know. Maybe the one. That's 5. So 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, I do think 8 looks better. I really do. So we'll keep 8, and we're gonna need to get Adair to start his woot farm up again for squid, so that we can get more ink sacks, which also gets us was it calamari, I believe, or sushi? I forget now. Should be calamari, but I forget what food source it is. Although we're still eating apples and baked apples is awesome. However, if we make a gourmalaise, we can feed it all the sushi we want. So I think that looks pretty good. And then what I want to do is find center to center. So we'll go ahead and do this between the two. That way I can make it proper dimensions, more square than rectangle. Not that it needs to be a perfect square, but it'd be nice. And then I said we'll come up 8. So should probably get a few torches over here actually. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't want you. Really don't need any more skeleton chunks either. Okay, grab you, and we'll start you here. Okay, so center to center, we are 74 blocks. Okay, so that's not too bad. So go ahead and do you there. That's going to clear it off if I do that. So let's do this. There we go. 50, 60, 72. That's 73. You see how it's got a little bit more. So that's 73. And that should be 74 to right there. So, yeah, that should be 74. So, let's go ahead and get my basalt back out. And we'll go ahead and just basalt. And get you back. And bring you down the center. And we can delete you later. But you should be the center block. And then take you up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you are the center. Yeah, I think that'd be a good area for a launch platform and a building, and we'll have multiple levels, so the buildings won't be too big an issue because we'll have plenty of room. Yeah, I think that'll work perfect. So we'll go out 3. I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want you, or you, or you, or you. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then that's the center, that, and then 2. Oh, Thumbcraft is coming back out. He's working on it for 1.10.2. Once it's stable on 1.10.2, he does plan to release it for 1.12, and we will definitely be putting it in the mod pack. The downside is we've already pre-generated a lot of chunks. So I think we can regenerate the ores without a problem. And get some of the crystals without too much of an issue, but we won't be able to redo the biomes without deleting some of the region files, which I'd rather not do because then we have to go regenerate those, and I'd rather not do that. So what we'll probably end up doing is making a big trip to get to try and find some unexplored regions once it actually comes out. That way we can generate like the magical forest and stuff for silverwood and greatwood and stuff. And then it also looks like Ender IO's still plugging away, so I'm hoping before too long we'll be able to add, maybe in the next few months, we'll be able to add Ender IO and Thumbcraft into the mod pack. 2 mods that I absolutely love. Now, I'd love Buildcraft also, but Buildcraft is not currently playing nice with Mechanism, or Mechanism is not playing nice with Buildcraft, and I'd prefer Mechanism rather than Buildcraft personally. So, there we go. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and do you. I should make a builder's wand. So that I can build easier. The formation wand's awesome, but it's still not quite the builder's wand for tedious builds like this. So, well, not that it's tedious, but it just for things like this, the builder's wand is just better because you just click it and it goes up a ring and up a ring and up a ring, and it'd be much faster. So. Get you set up here, and I think excuse me, I think this will be the bottom floor, or the bottom of the platform, and then from there we'll start coming up with the base of it, and the launch platform will be at one end of it, the buildings will be at the other end of it. Plan on doing some decorations, block decorations, making it look like a launch platform. I think it'll be pretty cool when we're done. As far as some of the others, Aladdin's been playing well, sorry, the Bowie has been playing Monster Hunter World on his PS4, so he hasn't been on a lot. Um, Stalin hasn't been on a lot. Kamikaze's still been busy with work and stuff, so not a lot's been going on. Pretty much primarily just Gwerg and Adair and myself. Oops, didn't want that. Have been primarily, well, looks like that's it. Looks like we really don't need you. Looks like I need more ink sacs and let's see, maybe I have some black dye of some sort from the well, not really. A few, but not much. So, well, looks like we're about 30. I'll continue working on that off camera. Again, sorry for building so much on camera. Just wanted to give you guys a rundown of everything that's happened here. And I'm not really ready to start moving machines and setting up more things. I think this is still going to be the level. Oh yeah, we were experimenting with like different doors and covers for kind of a server room type thing, and I think I like kind of this type of setup right here, the double ones, but this one's kind of interesting too. But we'll have to see. These would be right in front of, like, say, these drives, so that would work. We could make like an actual server room. Not that we want to overdo it on some of our other mod packs. We've had, you know, dozens of these completely full, all kinds of automated crafting stuff, and we were draining, you know, a million RF per tick without much of an issue when we were crafting. We just couldn't keep it going. And in this one, as you saw, we're really only generating about 2200 RF per tick. I mean, sorry, 22,000 RF per tick, 25,000 RF per tick on each one of these generators. Would help if I went to the right generator room, huh? And level 3. So I think this is the setup we're going with. And each one has, oh, this one's empty. What's going on? Internal storage for 25 million, but it can produce 2300 RF per tick. Interesting. Did I drain all of this? No, I couldn't possibly have drained all of that. Something's got to be going on with the cows. Adair's been breeding the cows. I didn't have any luck when I tried breeding them, but Adair's certain cows can be bred. I didn't try and breed them all. I only tried to breed a few. So, as you can see, this is our refined storage cows. Got quite a lot of them. More than enough. We should be, from what we saw, we should be able to keep up with everything from the numbers that we were running. And again, so I wonder what's going on here. Pipe's not broken, pipe's good. Ah, we're drained. That's interesting. We actually ran out. Well, we'll go ahead and shut everything down for now and let this fill back up, because this was absolutely full just the other day. Oh, while we're here, you can see we've been starting to drain some of these resources that we needed. Let me show you one. Actually, we've got like 77,000 terra steel, so I've turned this off for now. Won't flux electrum. This is constant 10. Here we go. Here's some, like, here's osmium. Basically, it's casting it. It's being pulled out from the servo and then going into here. So that's why these are empty. They're actually still producing, but we've actually gone through. Now this we still have a surplus, and this we definitely have a surplus. So we're getting a lot of Enderium, but that's because it takes a long time to cool down, and we have a few more cows than we have some of the others. But we're going to have to look into why this is drained and stuff. We may have to look at another fuel source because we should have been able to keep up with everything. But anyway, we'll take a look at it. We'll get it figured out. Might make a few more lava dynamos because we're doing really good with the lava and not really using a lot of it. So maybe we'll make some lava dynamos. Maybe we'll try some of the other fuels. You know, we got canola oil. We could do a generator. We got our empowered oil. We could do generators with. Ethanol. I don't think this is the right ethanol, though. I don't have a bucket on me. We do have liquefied coal, so we can do lots of stuff. We got crude oil, and then crude oil from the 2 different mods. Another ethanol. Is this the same ethanol or a different ethanol? Looks like there's only 1 ethanol. Why do we have 2 then? 800 RF and a turbine generator. So what we really want is ethylene. Where is it? Ethylene, there we go. Would help if I spelled it correctly. This is what we really want from mechanisms, but we haven't actually found a cow for it yet. So I don't know if there is one, but we may need to set up a system for this so that we can actually make some ethylene and use that as a fuel source. Or we may set up the reactor. We're still not doing anything with the Dawnstone. So we may set up a mechanisms reactor with the brine and lithium we're already making. So we can cut out a lot of that process. So anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you soon.